Check, check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. And you want these levels? You don't hear anything?
No, I don't hear anything.
Oh, because you unclicked, or the head, you got to click the head. There you go. All right. Check 1, 2. This is Sonny Beaupre here with Tim Fitzgerald on your destination for high school sports. What's up?
Coming in real faint.
Okay. Well, we'll turn ourselves up a little bit. We barely want to reach yellows on that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right. Go ahead, Tim.
All right, going there.
Check.
Hang on.
Yep.
You good? Good?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let's go on there. Hello and welcome to the Bay Area Charter Schools Athletic Conference Girls Basketball Championship on PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com pregame show live from Fremont High School in Oakland, California. I'm Sonny Beaupre with Tim Fitzgerald on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the visiting Envision Academy Panthers against the host KIPP King Collegiate High School Lions. Envision Academy comes in tonight's game with an overall record of 10-3, while KIPP King is at 21-3. And Tim, an exciting matchup we're expecting here tonight, here in Oakland. One of the classic homes for basketball. It's a big sport in this city. What do you expect in this game tonight from some of the players we have on our rosters here?
Well, we've got the big dogs of the conference, the KIPP King Lions, the kings of the BACSAC jungle, if you will. They will be challenged by the Lady Panthers of Envision Academy. They met earlier this year, and KIPP King dominated as they do in this conference. They won that one 89-17. The Lady Panthers will be looking for the upset, and they will need a team effort to stop the Lions. Doris Jones, she is averaging 28.2 points per game. They must keep the Lions' big rebounders, Sydney Thomas and Michaela Wright, off the glass.
So like you said, Tim, these two teams did meet earlier this year, and it was dominated by KIPP King, final score of 89-17. Hopefully we can expect a little bit more of a competitive game here tonight. Of course, it's a championship game, so that raises the stakes for everybody.
Does. Panthers have to not let the Lions get as many second chance points as they did last game, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for KIPP King Collegiate High School. You got number 1, Vivian Chen. She's the junior guard. Number 4, Sydney Thomas. She's the junior guard / forward. Number 5, Michaela Wright, sophomore forward. At 21, there's Dremaya Alberti, sophomore guard. And 31, Doris Jones is the freshman guard. A very potent starting lineup for KIPP King, as you said, had a lot of success this season.
They sure did. Doris Jones, like you mentioned, a freshman, but averaging 28 points. And the two big rebounders, it's Sydney Thomas, 9.3 per game. Michaela Wright, 8.3 per game. But Vivian Chen, also big ball distributor, 3.5 assists per game for her.
And make note of that freshman, 31, Doris Jones. Like you said, she may be young, but she is a force for KIPP King. Looking at Envision Academy, their starting lineup, number 13, Deneen Jackson, the freshman guard. Number 14, Kimberly Navarrete, the senior power forward. Number 23, Michaela Protho, freshman point guard, point forward, power forward. Number 25, Tiana Sandifer, the senior. And number 35, Octavia Gray, the senior center for Envision Academy.
Yeah, it's a tale of two different classes on this starting lineup. It's either seniors or freshmen. It's one or the other in this bunch. Jackson and Prothrow, the leading scorers on this team. Octavia Gray, the leading rebounder. She's going to have her work cut out today.
So a big matchup, getting prepared for these two teams as these starting lineups are read out to the crowd here at Fremont High School for tonight's BACSAC Girls Championship in basketball. Following our game tonight, we will be moving on to the Boys Championship game from Fremont High School as well. So we're going to take a short break here as we get ready for action to start here from Fremont High School. Once again, for the BACSAC Girls Basketball Championship between the KIPP King Collegiate Panthers and the Envision Academy Lions. Or did I get that reversed?
That we did. That's all right.
The Envision Panthers and the KIPP King Lions. Right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. welcome back to PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the BACSAC Girls Basketball Championships. Once again, I'm Sonny Beaupre here with Tim Fitzgerald covering tonight's action from Fremont High School in Oakland, California. So we've gone over the starting lineups. We've gone over the keys to the game for each team. Now, and we've talked about how KIPP King dominated this matchup earlier this season between these two teams. What do you think Envision can do to really slow down KIPP King and find their advantage once again?
It's gonna take a team effort to slow down the big scores. It can't be about one person, that the one guard covering the other guard. It's gonna take all five collapsing in and rotating well. It's gonna have to be a team effort.
All right, and if you look onto the court, the Envision Academy Panthers are in black and the KIPP King Collegiate High School Lions in white. And tip-off goes to the Lions.
Big swat by Protho there. They look like Jones is going to have a breakaway to start this thing.
And that's exactly what the Lions would have wanted, but not exactly. But they do have possession to start the game. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Here comes a three-point shot from the edge. It just tips glass. Rebound goes over the hoop. And now the Lions will take over for their first, the Panthers will take over for their first possession of the game.
Yeah, that was their leading rebounder coming down with one, Gray, right off the bat.
Nice defended pass there by the Lions, and now they're coming back down the other end. A down court pass to Doris Jones.
Shuffled her feet there as she tried to establish a little too much momentum going forward.
But a nice idea, getting the ball down court quickly.
Yeah, they're trying to run here in the early goings.
Trying to get the ball to Doris Jones in the paint. That ball is kicked out of bounds, and it goes to the Lions. That's a turnover.
Lions trying to go for their second straight title, looking to repeat here tonight.
Inbounding the ball from just underneath the hoop is Doris Jones for the Lions. She finds Thomas, fakes a three, passes to the top to Chen, who passes back down towards the baseline to Jones. Jones in.
Can't quite get it to roll. Rebound. Here are the Lions on the glass already. 4 rebounds this possession. And they're going to call a foul there, though.
There's the first foul. It's going to be called on Michaela Prothro.
Yeah,
that is the first foul of the game.
I kind of thought she got ball on that one. That would have been her second block of the game. This one called a foul, though.
So at the line to take 2, Sydney Thomas for the Lions. Trying to break this scoreless tie here early in the first quarter. 7 minutes and 15 seconds. And it catches front rim. Here comes the second attempt for Sydney Thomas for the first points of the game. And her second attempt is through. So Sydney Thomas puts the first point on the board. It is now 1-0 in favor of the Lions.
Lions come out pressing early. Here's Jones off the steal.
Doris Jones went for the layup, missed it, but nice cleanup. I believe that was Chen. I believe that was Vivian Chen.
That was Alberti putting that one back, I think, 21.
You're right. Dremaya Alberti got in there and cleans up the mess. And the Lions jump out to an early 3-0 lead here, and immediately.
Yeah, a good call by Coach Bay here to burn a timeout because they did not handle that press very well. They're going to need to chat about that, how to go about that properly. The Lions' hands were all over that one.
So the Lions with a 3-0 lead here with 7:04 remaining in the first quarter. Eerily, this is a bad start for Envision Academy. If you know that this team already beat you pretty handily early in the season, you don't want them to jump out to a quick start here.
And that's bound to be in their heads a bit. I'm sure it's a rough feeling if you come in a little rattled.
Absolutely. So here comes the inbound attempt. They get it to Deneen Jackson, and they turn it over in the paint, and that's an easy layup right there for Doris Jones.
Too many people in one spot. Jackson probably should have just dribbled that up. I don't think she needed a pass. Again, she does the bounce dribble.
And early on here, Envision just looks nervous. There's another turnover. Sydney Thomas with a steal.
Protho, she reaches in. They're going to call her second foul.
Michaela, get the ball down court set up.
I believe.
Okay.
The Lions stepped out of bounds
with
possession. That's what happened there. So no foul.
Excellent.
The Panthers will take over and nearly turn the ball over once again. Just having problems possessing the ball.
Kimberly, where are you at?
Now dribbling at the top and passing towards the far sideline, excuse me. Now having just possession troubles over there, and the ball goes out of bounds once again. and the Lions will take possession.
Yeah, no screen and rolls, nothing really organized yet, just sort of trying to find their way. A lot of pressure coming from the Lions, though.
Here's our first substitution of the game. Checking in is Melanie Pasquale for number 4, Sydney Thomas. A 5-0 lead for the Lions here in the first quarter, 6.5 minutes remaining. Doris Jones drives, goes for the bucket and cannot get it, and scramble for the rebound goes to number 23, Michaela Prothro, stopped near the half-court line, and the Lions are just all over the Panthers right now. And there's a travel called against the Lions. Dremaya Alberti called for the travel, and that's another turnover.
Frenetic pace so far by these two. They each need to settle and just run their offense.
I think this might be a tactic by the Lions, just get on top of the Panthers early, knowing that they dominated them earlier in this season. And just sitting underneath the hoop right there is number 35, Octavia Gray, with her first points, and she gets the Panthers on the board.
Finally broke the press cleanly, had Gray open underneath.
Doris Jones with a shot from the baseline, hits the side of the backboard, and a scramble for the ball, and now there's a foul.
Both these teams playing some intense hoops to start this game. They know what's on the line tonight.
Referee calls the foul on number 25, Tiana Sandifer. That is her first foul of the game. And inbounding the ball from underneath the hoop will be Doris Jones for the Lions, with a 5-2 lead here, just under 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And the pass goes errantly out of bounds. Vivian Chen tried to get that ball to Dremaya Alberti, but just threw it too high over her head.
Too much on that one.
Ball came over here near where we're sitting. So now the Panthers with a chance to make this game a little bit closer. The pass not caught cleanly there by Michaela Prothro, and as a result, Melanie Pasquale able to get her hands on the ball, and the jump ball.
Getting in there that time. It's been a different defender almost every time as the Panthers are trying to use Jackson and Prothro to break the press.
Referees call for the jump ball. The possession arrow gives the ball to the Panthers. Having a hard time inbounding the ball, but they do get it, and driving the lane, passing the ball to Gray. Gray's shot is blocked, and there's another foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to call Gray on a push-off.
Yeah, they call the hold on Octavia Gray.
Yeah.
And right now, the Lions have yet to put a foul on the board. It's 3 fouls to none. As a nice inbound pass does not quite find the back of the net, but the Panthers have committed 3 fouls here, while the Lions have a nice goose egg up on the board. Still early here in the first quarter.
Now the Panthers look like they're getting a handle on the press. Much better that time.
And there's a foul.
Yeah, she reached.
Vivian Chen for the Lions reached in there and gets her first foul of the game. And now the Lions have a foul on the board. Inbounding the ball, Kimberly Navarrete finds Prothro, who drives and misses the shot over the net, but an offensive rebound, one of her teammates, and then throws it away to Chen. Chen driving down the court now will slow things up at just past half court. Gets the ball to Alberti. Alberti across the court to Michaela Wright. Alberti finds the ball again, takes the three-point shot just off of back rim, and the Panthers will come down their side of the court once again. Still 5-2 here, 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Breaking the press the same way, down the middle, and there's, they say Gray shuffled the feet.
Yeah, it looked like she jumped and tried to throw the ball there, but did not get out of her hands.
Nope.
So there's the travel call, another turnover for the Panthers. Coming down this side of the court again. There's Alberti. Her pass is tipped.
Yeah,
and
Jackson got a piece.
Panthers find possession again and just having a hard time dribbling the ball down the court now. The Lions are all over and back called against Michaela Prothro because she didn't catch that pass cleanly.
Yeah, they're going to have to. I see now why they've tried to break the press with the pass, not a designated ball handler on this team to really handle that.
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody in black having a hard time handling the ball, dribbling, passing. It's been a struggle so far in this game. It could be caused by a lot of the pressure by the Lions.
Absolutely, yeah. They feel pressure indeed.
Lions were moving the ball around the perimeter there, but
So Chen stepped on the end line.
Once again, that's the second time that's happened to the Lions in this game already, just handling the ball and stepping out of bounds. Panthers have another chance, and that pass is blocked there, and she steps out of bounds. That was Doris Jones making the play for the Lions, but unfortunately she could not stay in bounds with the ball. But again, there's that pressure from the Lions. They are not letting the Panthers get anything easy here.
Yep, setting up again. It's a 2-1-1, or 3-1-1. A little bump there by Alberti. Too much.
Alberti gets the foul called against her for the second team foul against the Lions in this game. Nearing 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, a 5-2 score in favor of the Lions. Envision inbounds the ball near going down the far sideline. A couple of block shots there by Kenya Smith, who's checked into the game, for Michaela Wright. And now a down court pass gets Chen underneath the hoop, and she lays it in for her first 2 points of the game. It is now a 7-2 advantage for KIPP King. And once again, the Panthers just having a hard time inbounding the ball. Doris Jones with the steal, tries the layup, and the foul is called. Looks like that one is going to be on Michaela Prothero.
Yeah, she tried to go in with the left hand there.
Yeah,
or with her right, rather, from the left side. Been better off with the left hand.
Yeah, and that foul was actually on number 14, Kimberly Navarrete. And at the line to shoot 2 now will be Doris Jones. Trying to extend this lead, and she misses her first free throw.
You would expect them to feed Jones the ball as they try to set up their half court, but it looks like the Panthers are doing a pretty good job of fronting her.
Absolutely, and you look overall, the Lions have a size advantage, a height advantage over the Panthers right now. They're taking advantage of that. Doris Jones hits her second free throw. Now score is 8-2 with about 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Still coming up with the full court press are the Lions, and it's working.
Navarrete, good steal.
A couple steals go back and forth there, and the pass for Gray is just too high as Treyana Brown could not bring that pass down low enough. And I'm looking at the Panthers' offensive strategy. They just get Octavia Gray underneath the hoop in the paint, and she just kind of waits for her opportunity there, and it's only worked once so far in this game. 3-point shot from Jones is off of iron, but the Lions retain possession, and there's the travel against Vivian Chen.
Yeah, too many steps down there. Could see her thinking as she looks to dribble.
She hesitated just a little bit right there, and she's been called for a couple of turnovers in this game already, so it might be in her head.
Cleaner break of the press that time.
Yeah, nice move by Deneen Jackson getting down the court all by herself. And the Panthers called timeout with possession as possession was being fought for down there near the paint.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Yeah, the Panthers so far have dribbled their way into trouble with the press. They've had a lane available, but they've tried to split defenders, and that definitely has not been the right method for them tonight, Sonny.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you talked about earlier, they're having a hard time just handling the ball, and passing is not a strength of theirs as we can see right now. Either that or KIPP King is really just putting on that much pressure that Envision is having a hard time handling the ball just because of the defense.
It's something. Even their lightest pressure for KIPP King tonight has started about 2/3 or 3/4 press. But after the bucket, they are, boom, on them.
Exactly.
Inside the charge area. They're on it, picking it up full.
And a lot of mistakes by KIPP King as well, even though they do have an 8-2 lead right now with 2:55 remaining here in the first quarter. You see them stepping out of bounds with the ball a lot, or just missing layups or shots, or even second chance opportunities.
Yeah.
They are giving Envision an opportunity to stay in this game right now.
They should be up more, but they've made their own mistakes. Championship jitters so far. We'll see if this cleans up as they get going.
There was a nice opportunity for Envision, but it was missed, and then the down court pass for Chen is just too far. And there's another turnover against the Lions. But that inbounding play that we just missed, a nice shot there for Christina Morgan, missing her first opportunity in this game. But a nice opportunity for Envision to get 2 more on the board there. And once again, another missed opportunity. Envision now still having a hard time moving the ball down court. And there it shows again. Although There's Deneen Jackson with an opportunity. She finds the ball again, takes the shot, gets fouled. She will take 2 from the line. That foul is against Michaela Wright. That is her first foul of this game.
Yeah, the Panthers kind of committing the cardinal sin of breaking the press and picking up their dribble. Got to keep it alive as long as you can.
And I apologize, that was Octavia Gray who was taking the shot there and got fouled. So she will shoot 2 from the line. Airmails her first attempt. Here comes her second attempt from the line to try and close this gap from 6 to 5 points. Her second shot is right on. And now we have an 8-3 score as Envision gets on the board with a free throw right there. They were in a little bit of a scoring drought. Now the Lions coming back down. The nice steal attempt there by Jackson, and she puts enough pressure on Thomas that she doesn't know where to go with the ball, and finally a foul is called. And it is against Deneen Jackson, who was playing some great defense there, applying some great pressure. Unfortunately, she got her hand in there, and she got called for the reach-in.
They really collapsed on Sydney Thomas that time.
And it worked for a moment, but the foul was called. And so they do inbound the ball. There is Alberti, passes fine, and then a nice pass in the middle to Sydney Thomas, who finishes with the lay-in.
Ran a play correctly that time, that is for sure. They pulled off what they wanted. More pressure.
And the pressure continues to work, although the Panthers finding outlets here and there. Every time they pass the ball, though, somebody is in a passing lane, and that's what happened right there, although nobody was in that lane. That ball went out of bounds. Just under 2 minutes now remaining in the first quarter. A 10-3 score as Envision will make some changes here. They'll bring in number 30, Triana Brown, and number 25, Tiana Sandifer will come back into the game.
We just heard Coach Bay say, keep pushing it until you have to. Don't pick up the dribble.
And the nice pass into the Sydney Thomas, who finishes once again with the 2-point lay-in, and now it is a 12-3 lead for King KIPP.
Yeah, Thomas averages 10 points a game. She's got a couple buckets in a row now for the Lions.
And trying to dribble the ball down court, there was Deneen Jackson stepping out of bounds with possession, and that's a turnover against the Panthers once again. Kip King taking over possession near the half-court line. There's the pass to the corner of the court. The three-point shot is off the front of the rim, and then the nice second-chance opportunity there for Thomas, who could not finish. But a nice steal there by Dremaya Alberti, who was able to steal the ball, and with 2 defenders in her face, she drops one into the bucket and extends this King KIPP lead. KIPP King, excuse me. Panthers move the ball down the court nicely there and get the ball into Triana Brown, who finishes for her first 2 points of the game. And then the fast break opportunity down the other side of the court. The pass from Alberti is just too strong.
Yeah, finally that broke the press again, did the Panthers with their step ladder method, 1 layer at a time, and got the post players open underneath, trying to take advantage of the lack of a defender in there.
1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. A 14-5 lead for the Lions, and make that a 16-5 lead as Dremaya Alberti, quickly becoming a force in this game, steals the ball and lays it in for 2 more.
Another great steal by Alberti.
And they continue to press the Panthers right now as the Panthers struggle to get a lot of anything done offensively. A nice pass there into Gray, who cannot finish. The rebound goes to Sydney Thomas, who moves the ball down court. Alberti, crossing half-court line, finds Chen in the corner, who tosses back to the middle for Thomas. Thomas has the ball swatted out of her hands, but a nice recovery there by Wright, who gets the ball out to Doris Jones, who tries the 3 and misses. She gets the ball back again for Thomas, who puts it in from about just outside of the paint there.
Yeah, Jones likes to camp out in that corner 3. She's 0 for 3 so far, but made a nice pass there.
Sydney Thomas with another finish there, and that will be the end of the first quarter. An intense one on the Lions side of the ball. They take an 18-5 lead going into the second quarter, and they dominated that first quarter in many ways.
They did put on the pressure. Dremaya Alberti, she is a steal machine. She averages 6.5 a game, and she had a run of them right there at the end of that first quarter. Really helped the Lions extend that lead.
Absolutely, applying the pressure, getting the steal, and then finishing. She got a couple lanes from just underneath the hoop, and that's exactly what KIPP King needs to do. Also, Sydney Thomas finishing with quite a few buckets in that first period as well. taking advantage of the rest of her teammates stealing the ball, making great plays, making great passes.
Yeah, she posted up. She's their best inside presence. I'm surprised they're not posting up a little bit more with some of their bigger players like Michaela Wright, but, going with Sydney Thomas instead, and she's been able to finish around the bucket.
Absolutely. So going into the second quarter now, we have a score of 18-5 in favor of the KIPP King Collegiate High School Panthers.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week. For your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Once again, I'm Sonny Beaupre here with Tim Fitzgerald on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. We are here at Freemont High School in Oakland, California for the BACSAC Girls Championship. And there's 2 more points for Sydney Thomas as she extends the KIPP King Panthers lead over the Envision Lions. Excuse me, I got that mixed up. The Envision Panthers trailing to the KIPP King Lions. And there's another steal for Dremaya Alberti. And the foul is called against the Panthers there, and it looks like Doris Jones will shoot.
Jones that time came in with it, couldn't get the layup, but got hacked.
Score now 20-5 in favor of KIPP King early here in the second quarter. Jones's first free throw falls, extending that lead just a little bit more. Panthers here having a hard time of it.
Surprised they haven't tried to answer with their own pressure, try to give them a little taste of their own medicine, but here we are again, full court pickup.
Full court pressure applied by the Lions, and it's been working in this game so far, and the Panthers have not done much to change their offensive approach. Seems like they're getting lucky a couple times here with some of these rebounds that they're getting, and there's another steal by Doris Jones. Takes it all the way herself, and she loses the ball out of bounds. However, it is knocked out by the Panthers.
Yeah, Prothero able to come back and swat one away again. A lot like the first possession of the game.
Chen finds Jones in the corner, who shoots the 3 and misses, but a nice offensive rebound goes out to Alberti. Alberti dribbling, driving, gets it to Thomas, who shoots and misses, and the ball bounces around for a while before it is eventually picked up by the Panthers. That was Kimberly Navarrete with the recovery, and struggling to move the ball down the other way. They do call a foul on Dremaya Alberti this time for the reach-in, it looks like.
Panthers coaches upset with their players for not pushing it when they have the opportunity to get around that press.
But really, this pressure is just, it's doing a lot of things to harm the Panthers right now. Bad passes, opportunities, steal opportunities, and as we see Gray with a couple of attempts there, she gets blocked. She missed her first attempt, tries again, and it's off the rim. And there is the rebound there by Michaela Wright. Now driving down the court, Chen almost all by herself shoots and finds the rim. Here come the Panthers the other way. A bad pass by Gray is taken by Alberti, and then gets it into Jones, who was fouled there as she went up for the hoop.
The steal machine, Alberti, again. Sets up her teammate Doris Jones. She'll get to the line.
Michaela Prothero called for the foul there. Puts Jones at the line once again. Timeout called by Envision Academy, and you can see the effort they're putting out there right now. It's just not coming together because the Lions are just putting on too much pressure, and it's working.
Right, they're not making the right decisions on when to press it, when to pass, when to keep dribbling, when to split, when to try to go around. Kings definitely frustrating their ability to get up the floor.
Absolutely.
They do. I mean, they have the right concept as far as if they do break it, taking advantage of only one defender back there for the pressing Lions. So that's the only times they've really been able to convert, but now find themselves in quite the hole without being able to break that press.
Yeah, it's a big hole now for the Envision Panthers. They find themselves down 22-5, 6.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. And we see the Envision coach here trying to get his players going, trying to get them encouraged, trying to get them to really, I don't think effort's the issue here. It's really just bad decision-making caused by great defense. Coming back from the timeout, we've got Doris Jones at the line. She's going to shoot 2 for the Lions. hits the first free throw. Now checking in for the Panthers, Tiana Sandifer coming in for Christina Morgan. And one thing I'd like to make note of is that we've seen the Lions, they're getting a lot of free throws here, and they're hitting a lot of them as well. They're doing very well from the free throw line early here in this game. And just as I say that, Jones misses.
The old broadcaster jinx.
The rebound, the offensive rebound there by Sydney Thomas, and she gets fouled going up for the attempt. And it looks like that foul, did you get who got that foul? I didn't see that one.
Not sure on this one.
But it does put Sydney Thomas at the line. She will now shoot 2. Misses her first one. I believe actually that was called on Octavia Gray, her second foul of the game.
Okay.
Sydney Thomas' second attempt from the free throw line is in, extending the Lions lead 24-5 now here. 6.5 minutes remaining in this first half, and there's another steal. Doris Jones takes that one away and dribbles the ball out of bounds. Possession goes to the Panthers.
Good hustle by Sandifer to try to get back there, keep it from being an easy bucket. Paid off.
And there's another mental mistake there by the Panthers as the inbound pass to Deneen Jackson. She just didn't catch it, didn't watch the ball all the way in, and as a result, the Lions get a couple more opportunities, and finishing there, I believe, was Doris Jones.
Yep.
in a group of players, gets a rebound, and on the third or fourth opportunity there, and Doris Jones causing another turnover. Vivian Chen almost getting that one, but falling out of bounds with possession, and these Lions are all over the Panthers right now, all over.
Panthers are telegraphing their passes too, not making it any easier on themselves.
Doris Jones got her hand in there. Vivian Chen gets her hand in there, makes the steal. Options for the Lions going down. Vivian Chen misses the layup. Coming back the other way is Deneen Jackson, finds Kimberly Navarrete, who finds Octavia Gray for another lay-in there, and finally another scoring drought ends for the Panthers.
The Panther play, their one play that they're able to execute.
But just as fast as that could happen, Doris Jones on the other end lays it in for 2 more, extending the lead once again. It is a 21-point lead. There's another steal for Doris Jones on the inbound pass, goes up, and she is fouled by Kimberly Navarrete. Doris Jones, right place, right time.
Again, she is reading their attempts to break the press.
Yeah, you know, she didn't even have to be defending any certain player at that point. It looks like they're just watching the eyes.
They are watching the inbound now.
Absolutely, and like you said, these passes, they're being telegraphed. If they could put a little bit more accuracy, a little bit more strength on these passes, they wouldn't be so easy to intercept.
They're rushing it. They're definitely rushing it too, are the Panthers. Got to be calmer, give a fake, deliver off, just take their time. But they're in a hole, and it's magnifying it right now.
Absolutely. Doris Jones hits her first free throw from the line, and her second attempt is off the backboard after hitting rim. And rebound there by Deneen Jackson, who throws a lazy pass, but finds Treyana Brown, who shoots the ball, cannot get it in, almost got her own rebound. But there is Dremaya Alberti coming back the other way after rebounding her second attempt. There's the pass to Doris Jones for 3, and it's just short. Offensive rebound by Alberti, who gets it back to Jones, who gets it back to Alberti, who finds Thomas, takes the shot, misses. Another offensive rebound. No, the ball was actually this time rebounded by Deneen Jackson.
Panthers have to value this possession, have to be very careful. Better, but facing an 8-second violation.
Gets the ball across the court. That was Michaela Prothro, and then the ball is just taken away. There goes Alberti down the other side, lays it in after she just took that ball away from Jackson. It is now 31-7. Nearing 4.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. And that inbound pass knocked away by Doris Jones. So the Lions just not letting up at all. No,
definitely ferocious defense. They want to take every possession away. They never let off the pedal.
Even with a 24-point lead here, with 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half,
they know no other way to play, it would appear.
Absolutely. There's finally a steal for the Panthers going the other way. Prothro has to slow it up, and the ball is collected before it goes out of bounds there by Treyana Brown. The pass to Sandifer. Sandifer loses it, and it is recovered there by Thomas. She finds Alberti all by herself on the other side of the court, and she lays it in for another easy bucket. And the Lions are pouring it on right now.
Turning into a layup drill for them.
It seems that anytime there's a mix-up on one side of the court, there's Dremaya Alberti all alone going down the other way, and this time.
It's a good job by Treyana Brown to at least try to dribble up the court until she had to pick up the dribble. She kept it alive and forced a foul by the Lions.
Foul called on Dremaya Alberti. Fouls now. Team fouls against the Panthers, 9, and for the Lions, only 5. So getting close to being in the foul here are the Panthers, already in bad shape. Coming down the other side of the court after another missed opportunity. There's a three-point attempt for Doris Jones. Hits rim, rebound, bounces out of bounds off of Vivian Chen.
Even that time when the Panthers did get a chance after a foul to set up a half-court offense, Lions read it well. They knew they were going to try to go into Gray and picked it off.
And right now, it's hard to see from the viewer's angle, of course. And there's another steal. That one is for Doris Jones, who takes the steal and lays it in easily, extending this lead 35-7 now with 3.5 minutes remaining before halftime. But the Panthers' offensive situation here is they just leave Octavia Gray all by herself on the other side of the court. They're having a hard time getting the ball near there. So maybe you think maybe you want to change up your offensive plan here. You can't just send one player down to the end of the court when you're having a hard time getting the ball to that side of the court.
Come up as a group to give yourself more options to break the press, to pass to if that's your MO.
Right. There's a nice steal.
Navarrete.
Kimberly Navarrete takes that ball away from the Lions, and now coming down the other way, an over-the-top pass gets in to Treyana Brown. Nice over-the-top pass there by Deneen Jackson. Brown is fouled by number 5, Michaela Wright, for the Lions. That is her second personal foul.
So Treyana Brown adding a little something now off the bench, a little bit more ball security and some attack.
Absolutely, bringing a little bit of energy into this Panther team, much needed energy. She catches the inbound pass, gets the pass back in to Navarrete, who misses the layup opportunity there, and now coming down fast. This side of the court, they have numbers. The Lions, the pass goes into Vivian Chen, who finishes. Beautiful pass there by Doris Jones.
Perfect bounce pass.
And nice finish by Vivian Chen, and the Panthers are against the ropes right now.
Actually managed to split the press that time effectively and drew a foul.
The foul there against Vivian Chen. That's her second personal foul. And with that being the 7th team foul, we will see Deneen Jackson at the line.
One of the Panthers' leading scorers. She has had a rough time dealing with this press today, though.
She's had a very tough time getting passes where they need to go, even holding on to the ball. Here comes the 1-and-1, and it's in. She hits her free throw. So she'll get a second shot here. 37-8 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining before halftime. The Panthers in the black, the Lions in the white. And Jackson hits both of her free throws, much needed for her team right now.
It's going to be critical to score with the clock stopped.
Lions coming down. Chen at the three-point line gets it into Thomas. A beautiful one-handed, almost a hook shot. Finds its way into the net. A nice shot there by Sydney Thomas. Panthers having a little bit more success now getting the ball down the court. Once again, there's Treyana Brown, who loses the ball.
Tried to feed it into Gray.
And of course, coming down the other side, there's Doris Jones, who pulls up and takes the long two-point shot, comes up short. And the rebound goes to Deneen Jackson, moving it down the court. Treyana Brown with the shot, off glass, too hard. And Treyana Brown, the rebound goes to Navarrete, who gets it in for a nice two-point attempt there. I believe that was Kimberly Navarrete, or did I get that number
wrong? That was Christina Morgan that time.
Christina Morgan.
Yeah, coming in off the bench.
Christina Morgan puts in a bucket, trying to get some momentum going her team's way. And this would be the opportunity. Navarrete and Deneen Jackson fighting for the ball down there with Melanie Pasquale.
Yeah, Pasquale trying to create the turnover.
And it looks like the ball will go to the Panthers here. Much needed possession right there. But a nice fight by Pasquale.
I'll say.
It was 1 against 2, and she made an effort for it.
Boy, they're like Mike Anderson's 40 minutes of pressure here.
Doris Jones tips that ball out of bounds as the Panthers try to come down court once again.
Lions with 32 minutes of pressure in this case, but they pour it on.
Inbound pass is stolen there by Doris Jones once again, coming down the court all by herself. She is fouled hard by Navarrete, does not get the hoop to drop. And
So be it though by Navarrete. Got to do that there.
It is a
Don't let
good
these
foul.
layups.
Good foul. Can't give them anything easy, especially at this point. So we will see Doris Jones at the line once again, already with a 39-11 lead, now down to 90 seconds remaining before halftime. Jones misses her first.
Doris Jones not putting up the points like we expected today. She's missed from the three-point line. That's her game, and it hasn't fallen. She's at least attacking the rim.
She has yet to hit a three-point shot. She's taken quite a few in this game already. She gets her own rebound off of a missed free throw, gets a shot up. It is missed, but Sydney Thomas cleans up the mess there and drops in another 2 points for her team.
Yeah, she's got 12 already tonight.
Panthers continue to have a hard time with this pressure. The ball is thrown away to Doris Jones, who finishes with another layup. That time it was Tiana Sandifer who could not get the ball to one of her teammates.
Even when they are making the right decision, too light on the pass.
There's another steal. This one goes to Sydney Thomas. She comes down the other side with Doris Jones at her side. That ball is knocked out of bounds against the Panthers, and so that'll slow things up. A nice defensive play there by Kimberly Navarrete.
I would say Thomas has been the star for the Lions, at least as far as offensively. Pick your player as far as the press and the steal creation.
There's a three-point shot by Thomas, and it goes just off the side of the rim. And now the Panthers might have an opportunity, but quickly the Lions recover. There's Vivian Chen along with Michaela Wright. And the jump ball is called as we have a couple players on the floor fighting for the ball. In that group, we had Michaela Prothrow for the Panthers also fighting for possession. Possession arrow gives the ball to the Lions.
And as you can see, a drop back by the Panthers, not trying to answer the pressure at all.
Now at 30 seconds remaining before halftime, a foul called here against, looks like the Panthers. That was on Tiana Sandifer. And it is the double bonus now for the Panthers as Doris Jones will shoot 2.
She missed her last 2. Gets this one though.
Trying to find her way back from the free throw line after a short spell of a couple of missed free throws there. And she hits them both, almost perfect. Now the clock will run at 30 seconds remaining to halftime. Here's the inbound pass. They get across the court. That is Brown, whose shot is just belted out of bounds by Sydney Thomas, who is having an amazing game right now. She just said, no, thank you. Get that shot out of here.
Yeah, Trayona Brown finally breaking the press. She's been one of the more effective ones at it.
And then, of course, Thomas, who else, gets the steal, gets the ball down to Doris Jones, who cannot finish, but the foul is called against Tiana Sandifer. A good foul there by Sandifer.
Yeah, another late foul in an attempt to at least stop the fast break.
Sydney Thomas, we've seen her do everything right tonight, and first with the block shot over there, and then stealing the inbound pass and getting it down to Doris Jones.
Yeah, she's dominated the paint on both ends of the floor.
Doris Jones continues to hit free throws. That's her third in a row.
You know, it's been Alberti and Chen and Jones as far as the press up front, but it is definitely Thomas who's controlled the paint.
As Doris Jones hits both of her free throws, now 17 seconds remaining before halftime. Here comes the inbound pass. It is a floater that gets knocked out of bounds.
It'll stay with the Panthers at least.
They're going to say that Michaela Wright knocked that ball out of bounds. Another inbound pass nearly stolen, but they find the ball to Christina Morgan. Now she's looking for an outlet pass. She gets the ball to to Prothro, who fights for possession. Now Sandifer has the ball. She finds Prothro at the top, and they don't get a shot off as time runs out in the first half. A very sloppy play there by the Panthers to end the first half. Kind of sums up how this first half went. 47-11. The KIPP King Lions have the advantage over the Envision Panthers.
Yeah, KIPP King has trapped everywhere. Just when you think you've broken the full court press, you get a chance to set up, get your half-court offense going in their side defensively. They trap you in the corners there as you try to set up, so it doesn't allow really any time to get any offense, any sort of groove. And you see the Panthers, when they do manage to set up, rush a shot, and it isn't happening for them so far.
So at halftime, we're going to take a break. Your score at the half: the KIPP King Collegiate High School Lions 47, the Envision Academy Panthers 11. We'll be right back here on PlayOnSports.com with your coverage of the BACSAC Girls Basketball Championships on PlayOnSports.com. Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports, where we are covering the Bay Area Charter Schools Athletic Conference Girls Basketball Championship from Fremont High School here in Oakland, California. I'm Sonny Beaupre here with Tim Fitzgerald, and the action was fast and furious, mostly for one team in the first half. The KIPP King Collegiate High School Lions dominating the Envision Academy Panthers right now by a score of 47-11 nearing the end of half here. Tim, what went wrong for the Panthers?
The pressure, handling the pressure, pressure, and not just championship pressure, but the press. There was a full court press, at most a three-quarter court press. Pretty much that entire half. When they would manage to break it, they'd get trapped in a corner. Just didn't make the right decisions with the ball, picked up their dribble too much, and telegraphed their passes. 3 killer mistakes.
It'll be interesting to see here in the second half if the Lions continue to go on with this full court pressure, because not only is it tiring themselves out through the remainder of this game, which at this point you got to think they feel pretty strongly about that they have in hand, but you know,
I don't know if they know another way to play it with them here right now.
Exactly.
That is their game, and they've rolled out several different players so far. They've used their bench. We've seen Pasquale come in, and so that's definitely been their MO. I don't know if they know another way to go about it.
Who are our scoring leaders in the game so far, Tim?
Well, we got Jones and Thomas for the Lions, 19 and 14, respectively, for them. It is Gray, Octavia Gray, with 5 for the Panthers. That's been it so far when they've managed to post her up down low after breaking the press. They keep her down there, like you noticed, as sort of the weapon to go to instead of using all 5 to break it.
It's interesting to say because it seemed a lot like Sydney Thomas was getting a lot of these Lions points, but it was actually Doris Jones who racked up the 19.
Well, we saw her make a lot of steals and get layups off the break, and definitely those turnovers turned into points for her when they posted up, ran their half court. That's when Thomas did the damage.
Absolutely. So this second half starts off with an opportunity for Envision to get on the board with a couple of free throws here as Kimberly Navarrete misses her first attempt. She'll get a second try here. She was fouled going to the hoop. Her second attempt is off the backboard. It did not hit rim, so possession goes to the Lions. Those were two, I don't want to say ugly-looking free throws.
You can.
But they did not look good.
Post players in their free throws, always.
So here come the Lions down the other side of the court. They find Thomas, who's had the hot hand in this game, and there she goes, adding on 2 more points to bring her total to 16 so far in this game.
Lighter pressure is what we have for the second half, a 1-2-2 instead.
The Lions have backed off considerably, and yet they still get the turnover there. A bad pass. However, the Panthers end up with the ball again. There's Sandifer now being pressured. She gets the ball off to Jackson. Jackson comes in and throws it into Gray, who puts up her next 2 points of the game. She now has 7. So a nice offensive possession there for the Panthers. Maybe they can get something going. Doris Jones tries for her first made three-pointer of the game. She misses again. And here come the Panthers down the other side of the court. A 2-on-1 opportunity goes by the boards.
She got too deep there. Waited too long to lay that up.
Michaela Brothrow took 1 too many steps and missed her layup. Here comes Sydney Thomas on the other end. Does not miss. She adds on 2 more. And it is now 51-13 here early in the second half. Sydney Thomas really making a name for herself tonight.
Yeah, that time we've only think of her as a post presence, but she's brought it up the court twice now and scored.
Octavia Gray misses, but there is Deneen Jackson for the cleanup. She puts 2 points on the board there. And there's Doris Jones all alone on the other side of the court, and she lays it in. And all of a sudden, we're going, this is like a heavyweight fight here to start off this second half. Both teams
more back and forth this time, yeah.
Going bucket for bucket. And a wild attempt goes off the top of the backboard and nearly in.
Thomas heaves one down for Jones.
Jones cannot catch it cleanly, so she'll reset for her team the ability to catch up and maybe burn some time here. You want to slow things down if you're the Lions, don't you?
And they will. Slowed it down too much.
3 seconds violation there for Sydney Thomas. She seemed to get confused with the ball there. Didn't quite know what to do. Held it for too long in the paint.
So just the 1-2-2 press, but as soon as they cross half court, they collapse again with all 3 front court players.
And still the Panthers having a hard time just controlling the ball right there. That was Michaela Prothero, who throws it away to Doris Jones. Doris Jones from half court drives in, loses the ball, but is recovered by Michaela Wright, who gets it into Doris Jones with an amazing finish in midair, catches that ball and puts it up in off of glass.
Lions are feeling themselves now, trying some different plays, some different attack options.
Here comes Jackson coming down for the Panthers, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. So a 55-15 lead for the Lions over the Panthers right now, nearing 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
We have Triana Brown checking in for the Panthers, basically the most effective press breaker.
A nice pass in the paint there. I didn't quite see who finished there. It looked like Michaela Prothero. The referee was in our way, but it looked like Michaela Prothero catches that inbound pass and puts it in for her first two of the game. A three-point attempt there from Dremaya Alberti does not go, and now there's a player on the ground in pain.
Navarrete is down.
That is Kimberly Navarrete. She is down and in pain. The Panthers power forward, getting to her feet slowly. But she does get to her feet. She seems to be okay.
They may try to take her out after this first free throw.
There was a foul on the play, so at the line now for the Lions, Michaela Wright. 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Michaela, the tallest player on the floor for the Lions, and she averages 2.3 blocks per game. She makes her presence felt in there.
She hits her first free throw, and as we might expect, here comes Kimberly Navarrete off of the court after what looked like a painful spill. Checking in for her is Tiana Sandifer. And Wright hits both of her free throws, and now Sandifer didn't seem to understand what her position on the court would be that time. She was late getting back to be the inbound passer. She does get the ball to Michaela Prothero. Ball is tipped and stolen there, and they're going to call a foul. That looks like Triana Brown came in pretty hard.
From behind, trying to get the loose ball slammed into Chen.
And they will call her for the push there. And Lions take possession once again. All by herself, Doris Jones in the corner shoots a three. She still hasn't hit one tonight, but she'll keep trying. Ball bounces around, is eventually recovered by Octavia Gray. And Sandifer now with the ball on the far sideline. Chen on top of her knocks the ball out of bounds.
More smothering defense. It's Chen up front in the 1-2-2, and then Jones. It's pretty much Jones and Alberti waiting as the gatekeepers to their defensive side of the floor.
That was Prothero trying to drive. Brown recovered a loose ball, but now there goes Sydney Thomas recovering another loose ball, struggling to dribble the ball. No call, though. She gets the ball out to Dremaya Alberti, who finishes from near the free throw line. And now there's some confusion for the Panthers. Who's going to be inbounding the ball right now is Triana Brown.
Second possession in a row.
Yeah, exactly. 2 possessions in a row that's happened. And that might be a result of Kimberly Navarrete being here on the sideline. She is usually the inbound passer for the Panthers. And a steal there by Alberti. She gets it down to Vivian Chen. Chen with the layup. It's good. Vivian Chen with a nice finish down on that side of the court, extending this lead now 61-17.
Chen, Jones, and Alberti, a Bermuda triangle for the Panthers as they try to cross half court. All possessions go to die there and disappear.
That ball, the pass was trying to get in there to Triana Brown. It was tipped and knocked out by Triana Brown, and now possession goes back to the Lions. Doris Jones in the corner by herself again, fakes the shot, drives in, gets the pass into Wright. Wright misses, and now here come the Panthers down the other side of the court. The deep pass tried there by Jackson, but to no avail. Another tip pass there by the Lions, and a foul against the Panthers, another push, and Lions will have possession once again.
Hands in the lane for the Lions. That's been the key. They are, like you said in the first half, the longer team of the two. Panthers have some wider bodies to post up with, but they're not able to use them without the ball in the post.
That is the case so far in this game. Lions continue to try to put more points on the board. There's Thomas. Sydney Thomas could not finish that time, but an offensive rebound by Wright, and then a giveaway. Now here come the Panthers down on the near side of the court. Jackson with a bad pass, lucky to get it to one of her players, and the shot is up and missed. That was Prothrow with a miss. Offensive rebound. Brown now at the top, gets it back to Prothrow, who doesn't know where to go where the ball. Dribbles around, drives the lane, and a nice layup does not fall. That was just bad luck.
Even they have been able to get a proper possession, it just won't go in.
Nice decision making there by Michaela Prothrow, driving the lane and taking the attempt. It just looked slightly hard off the glass, and the ball was bounced out of bounds. Now here come the Lions once again. The pass to Doris Jones, the jump shot from the free throw line, no good. Offensive rebound for Sydney Thomas. Dribbles around, tried to get the pass into Wright, could not. Ball was knocked out of bounds against the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers allow the Lions to come up and establish their offense a little too easily.
Just the difference in size and athleticism. There's a nice play by Trana Brown. Getting
I would say there's a speed differential between the two teams as well.
Absolutely. Getting in the way of that pass was Trana Brown, knocking it out of bounds. Delaying this inbounding play. Throwing the ball in is Doris Jones. She's got Tremaya Alberti at the top, who throws it in to Michaela Wright, who cannot finish. But the offensive rebound there for Sydney Thomas, who is fouled. No, excuse me, the ball was knocked out of bounds against the Panthers. No foul on the play.
Yeah, Trana Brown tried to get in there and rip that thing away, but it does go off her last.
Sydney Thomas gets the ball out to Chen. Chen back to Alberti, who takes a three-point shot and misses. There is the rebound for Deneen Jackson. Throws it up to Prothrow, who throws it up to Brown. A little too hard over the rim, finds nothing but air, and the ball goes out of bounds against the Panthers.
Yeah, the first half story has continued. The pressure makes Envision rush their shots. They're not patient, they're not settling in and taking their time, and it creates misses.
Like you mentioned earlier in the game, just the pressure of not only a championship game, but now this team that you're playing that beat you pretty hard earlier on in the season, and it could be adding up right now. And I see Trana Brown on the court being a little frustrated right now.
Definitely, yeah. She's trying to argue her case for what should be run here.
And another turnover there against the Panthers. And Sydney Thomas tried to find Doris Jones on this side of the field. Just threw it a little too hard. That was a football pass.
It was. It definitely was. And it wasn't a bad one, really.
Overthrew her receiver just a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen the Lions take some more risks in this half with their lead.
Just under 2 minutes now remaining here in the third quarter. Panthers just trying to find some sort of rhythm. There goes Prothrow driving the lane once again, just too hard off the glass. Trana Brown trying to take the steal, and there is a Panther player down. That is Octavia Gray, very slow to get up. On the other side of the court, a blocked shot there by Deneen Jackson, and Sydney Thomas, another cleanup on that end, and now the Panthers will call a timeout as it looks like their players are becoming a very strange combination of frustrated and tired, and just not good on their side of the ball right now.
Right, and you can see some frustration with each other, some miscommunication issues definitely contributing to that, and not pleased with maybe the finger pointing. The infighting does start kind of naturally in these situations and blowouts.
You're right, and my apologies. That was number 4, Christina Morgan, on the ground for the Panthers for a moment, not Octavia Gray.
Want to remind everyone, we will have live coverage of basketball from around the country in March as we hit the section and state championships. March Madness will reign around California and beyond as we bring you action from one end of the country to the other. Join us in March for championship basketball coverage brought to you by your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
Once again, I'm Sonny Bope right here with Tim Fitzgerald on your destination for sports, high school sports, playonsports.com. We are at Fremont High School in Oakland, California for the Bay Area Charter Schools Athletic Conference Girls Basketball Championship game. It's a lot of words.
It sure is.
the KIPP King Collegiate High School Lions right now all over the Envision Academy Panthers by a score of 63-17 here in the third quarter. About 1 minute and 24 seconds remaining in this quarter. And the story of this game so far has been a combination of Doris Jones and Sydney Thomas for the Lions, as they have been all over the court. And right now we're seeing some first-time action. There's number 33, Janae Gray, out there. Gets the offensive rebound, tries to put up a shot, and it does not fall. The ball's knocked out of bounds by the Panthers once again.
Yeah, Janae getting a chance. This is her second run out here right now in this half, as they expand the rotation to the Lions. They've run with mostly just 6 this game, though, really.
There's Doris Jones with a three-point shot, and finally she hits it. That is her first converted three-point attempt in this game. She's tried plenty of them.
Yeah, you could see a weight off her shoulders with that one there, feeling like she was starting to doubt herself.
Extends her team's lead 66-17, and there's another turnover. Here comes Doris Jones. Again, a nice bounce pass to Vivian Chen, just too strong. Chen could not control the ball. Now close to 30 seconds, and there's a throwaway by Deneen Jackson. And she gets it right back on a bad pass by Janae Gray, and a nice pass into Octavia Gray, who finishes for another 2 points. And that was a crazy set of plays right there.
Back and forth. Carelessness with the ball and not settling their feet before passing, both teams.
Sydney Thomas with another shot attempt. That one goes off back rim, and the rebound there by Octavia Gray. Hands it off to Deneen Jackson, who we just saw played a large part in that last sequence of plays that resulted in a lay-in for Octavia Gray. There's a nice pass into Michaela Prothro, who finishes with another 2-point shot from inside the paint there. And that's how the third quarter will end. A nice little run for the Envision Panthers. The score is now 66-21 in favor of the KIPP King Collegiate High School Lions. And
yeah, Prothro managed to settle her feet that time, had an opening, and it made the shot. Nice kiss off the glass.
Yeah, she got high up in the air, shot from her highest point. That was what you expect a shot to look like. Maybe things got so far out of hand now for the Panthers that they pretty much were able to calm down and just play basketball now. And unfortunately, it's a little late in the game for that to happen. They find themselves down now by 45 points as we enter into the fourth quarter here, the final 8 minutes of this championship game.
Yeah, this one better than the last outing, so I can only imagine how that one went down. An 89-17 final. They've cleared that, managed to keep the Lions from running it up too heavily this time. But yeah, they are in a hole, and right now just trying to make it look good at the end at least.
Exactly, and you got to wonder now, does KIPP King just continue to play that third quarter game, or do they want to finish strong? They want to go back to what they did in the first half? Right,
we're going to find out if they're going to tone down the pressure, crank it up, stay as they were with the 1-2-2.
It's a good sign to see Kimberly Navarrete back out there with the inbound pass to Deneen Jackson, who gets it to Prothro, who seemed to have a hot hand right now, but a bounce pass for Octavia Gray goes too far and out of bounds. Possession goes back to the Lions.
Yeah, they seem to have their minds made up what they're going to do rather than reading the defense. That's been a flaw all game.
Doris Jones drives up, gets the ball into Pasquale. Pascal gets it to Sydney Thomas, who puts up another shot off glass, but it is no good. Rebounded there by Kimberly Navarrete. She gets it to Jackson. Jackson driving up past half court. A jump pass into Octavia Gray, and a nice shot there. And she is fouled as she was shooting the ball. I'm not sure who that was on Sydney Thomas.
It is. So we'll see Gray step to the line.
Yes, Octavia Gray now with a chance to put up, and the clock is going. Is that the protocol here? I guess it is at this point in the game. The clock continues to go. 7 minutes and counting now as Octavia Gray shoots.
We may have reached a fourth quarter mercy rule at this point.
That is correct. It looks like we are in the mercy rule. So the clock will continue to go here as Octavia Gray hits her first free throw, and her second is off the front of the rim and off the backboard. And immediately, the rebound by Lions tries a cross-court pass, which is intercepted there by Triana Brown, who cannot hang on to the ball, but she does get it to Prothro. Prothro now gets it to Jackson. Dribbles, finds Prothro for a three-point attempt. It's off the side of the backboard, and they both fight for the rebound, but it gets into Jackson. Jackson to Gray. Gray finishes with a nice little layup there.
Yeah, Gray, the leading scorer tonight. She has been the offense pretty much.
Doris Jones trying to go down the court, misses her first attempt. It is Rebounded by her teammate, Jonae Gray. And here comes another three-point attempt for Doris Jones, and that one is in and out. Rebound there by Deneen Jackson. Now there's a fight for the ball. Pasquale grabs hold of it as well, and they call jump ball. Possession goes to the Lions.
Now we have mass substitutions here for the Lions. Look like they're gonna maybe take their foot off the pedal as well as they see the clock running.
I see Renee Figueroa going in there for what I believe is her first action of the game.
Yep.
Checks in with Michaela Wright and Dremaya Alberti.
So Vivian Chen gets her first breather. Point guard can finally take a seat.
Here is a three-point shot there for Anna-Nika Wilson with her first action of the night for the Lions as well. Nothing comes out of that sequence as Deneen Jackson comes down for the Panthers, and a foul is called. Looks like it'll be a reach-in. And that will be a reach-in against Dremaya Alberti as she was trying to get the ball out of the grip of Deneen Jackson. Now under 5 minutes remaining in this game, and some bad offensive ball skills there, and there's a jump ball. This time it will go to the Panthers as Prothro and I believe Alberti were fighting for the ball on that one.
I'm hoping things don't get too testy at the end here. We do have a frustrated Panther team dealing with this pressure still applied. Again, traps at the top.
The ball finds its way out to Sandifer, who is now just covered up in the corner. And
Might have an offensive foul, it would appear.
yes, on 25, that was against Sandifer. Maybe she threw an elbow or maybe threw a shoulder in there.
Sure did.
Offensive foul, possession goes back to the Lions. Now getting close to 4 minutes remaining in this game. 66-24, the Panthers just trying to make it respectable. Here's a three-point shot for Anna-Nika Wilson, and her shot goes off of the rim and bounces out of bounds.
No rotation from Anna-Nika there. I'm surprised she was shooting threes on that one.
Yeah, she's come out, she's gotten the ball twice, and she shot the ball twice from three-point range. Up the court is Renee Figueroa, forces that turnover, and now a foul there. That one looks like it's going to be called on Michaela Prothro. And that is, in fact, the case. A reach-in foul for Michaela Prothro. And possession goes back to the Lions. Now checking in for the Lions, Rosemary Vasquez. This is her first action of the night. She'll check in.
Yeah, the bench beginning to check in for the Lions as things head down to the 3-minute mark.
Also checking in for the Panthers, the first time in this game. We don't have a number 10 on our roster here, but she's in there. As the Lions try to move the ball around here, there's Figueroa handling the ball at the top of the arc. She gets it out to Vasquez, who gets it back to Figueroa, who gets it back to Vasquez, back to Figueroa, and she gets it in to, I'm missing the number there. That was Anna-Nika Wilson, misses, and now they will call the travel there. No,
jump.
no. I thought Janae Gray jumped up in the air with the ball and fell back down with it, but they do call the jump ball there. And possession will remain with the Lions.
Somebody lost some glasses. Gotta bring those to the bench.
Down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in this game as the clock continues to roll in the fourth quarter with the score where it's at. A nice steal there by Navarrete. Down the court is Brown, gets it to Jackson, and now the ball traveling all over the place, very fast pace. Nobody able to get a clean shot off. Here comes Navarrete, gets the ball into Jackson. Jackson with the bank off the glass, puts it in. Nice play there by Deneen Jackson, who is the one who lost the glasses just moments earlier.
Lions slowing down the pace now. Gonna spread it out, widen out the floor.
A steal there by Deneen Jackson. She takes it away from Figueroa. And now down the court is Prothro, and she cannot finish.
It's been that kind of night.
Possession goes back to the Lions. They're coming back down the far side of the court. The three-point shot for Alberti is hard off the rim, and the rebound there for Deneen Jackson. And the steal for Alberti. She just ripped that ball out of Jackson's hands.
I got to give these girls credit for the deficit, a 30-point game. They're playing it like we opened this thing.
Absolutely. They came out firing here in the third and fourth quarter, playing a very good second half.
And now Santos checking in for the Lions. The last player off the bench as the subs are all in now.
The foul there was on 21, Dremaya Alberti, and they give possession to the Panthers here with 40 seconds remaining in the game. Niveretta fighting to get that ball to her teammate, Deneen Jackson, who gets it into another teammate. Didn't quite see who shot that one, but it was missed off the rim. Now, great defensive pressure there by Triana Brown. Forces the ball out of bounds, although it was too much pressure, and she is called for the push.
Yeah.
And the clock now ticking down to 15 seconds remaining in this game, and looks like the Lions will just be able to play off these final 10 seconds now, and well, the ball does bounce out of bounds. Clock continues to roll under 5 seconds, and that's where this game will end. Final score, the KIPP King Collegiate High School Lions 66 and the Envision Academy Panthers 26, and your Bay Area Charter Schools Athletic Conference girls basketball champions are the KIPP King Collegiate High School Lions. Congratulations to the Lions. Tim, we have to pick a player of the game.
Well, for the Lions, their second title in a row. It came from a lot of places, I'll tell you that much. It's going to be difficult. We had Jones scoring in the 20s, Thomas up in the 20s. It's the triumvirate of the three at the top, Chen, Jones, and also Alberti, created all those turnovers. So we got our choice of them creating the turnovers or the finishing in the post from Thomas. I will have to lean, though, with Doris Jones, being that she sort of did it all. She created steals and finished and was also part of that press. Who are you leaning towards? You got anything in mind here?
Well, I was actually leaning towards Sydney Thomas, the junior guard or forward, number 4. She had an amazing game as well. She was leading all scorers at halftime, or excuse me, she was not leading all scorers at halftime. It seemed like she was leading all scorers at halftime.
Yeah, she dominated the paint on both ends of the floor is what it was.
But you know what, I'm going to go ahead and agree with you. Doris Jones, player of the game, not only did she have a fantastic game, a fantastic season, she has a lot more coming up for her as well. She is only a freshman.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing about her.
And she couldn't hit her outside shot tonight. We were worried, or wondering rather, whether or not she was going to be able to get her points. But then she did by creating the turnovers, by being part of that press, getting some lay-ins, and set up her teammates as well.
Absolutely. So that's how things will wrap up here for, once again, your Bay Area Charter Schools Athletic Conference girls basketball champions, the KIPP King Collegiate High School Lions, by a score of 66-26, a decidedly one-sided victory, 40-point difference. You got to give it up for the Envision Academy Panthers as well. They played a very tough game all the way through to the very end, and as we talked about,
at least, yeah.
They played a very good second half compared to the first half. So definitely a round of applause for them as well. But that's how things will wrap up here. Once again, from Fremont High School in Oakland, California, I'm Sonny Beaupre with Tim Fitzgerald on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. Coming up in just a few moments on another broadcast from our website will be the Bay Area Charter School Athletic Conference Boys Basketball Championship. So once again, from Oakland, California, I'm Sonny Beaupre with Tim Fitzgerald for your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.